Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today video talking about all my Disney movies that I have. So I got a small Disney collection. Some of the stuff you probably seen, some of the stuff you probably didn't see. But then we got some duplicate stuff in here. And we got some duplicate stuff in here too. Now this stuff is dusty as can be. I hadn't watched this stuff since I bought it back when I bought it. Our first one is 2000 League Under the Sea from 1954. Now, I got this movie back when I was a teenager, and it was a good movie. And I seen this on TV back in the '80s when it was on, I think ABC or NBC. It was on Disney for Sense, and it came on at nighttime all the time. And they showed it on TV, so I got my own copy. And then I got, let's see if I know I got a different copy of that movie. Here we go. Then I got the DVD copy. Now I can watch this thing 100 times more because this won't break as easy, and it gives you a lot of bonuses. You get commentaries, the making of the movie, uh, a lot of commentaries, behind the scenes. So you got 100% more than the VCR tape gave me. Now they don't put the years in their stuff. I don't know why Disney don't do that. And the good thing about it is, I get to watch it in a wide screen or letterbox, the way it was meant to be seen, instead of the terrible full screen that I had to sit through most of my life. And I got this movie, I think I got it this year. It's in one of my unboxing episodes. Now, the next movie is Fifth Melody Time. This is a compilation of a bunch of Disney movies stuck into one movie. This is from 1948, and let's see. This is what the pictures look like. And it's short. I think it's like an hour and a half or whatever. Right? Yeah, 75 minutes. Yeah, about an hour and a half. This is a real good film. And I don't know if you could, I don't know. See, this stuff is killing me. I don't know if you could find this on DVD uncut or this is uncut because some of the Disney movies, they start cutting out scenes and stuff because time had changed and parents complained. And parents complained, wrote to Disney. Disney said, I don't want to hear this mess. And they cut out stuff out of their old movies. I don't know if this is one of them. This is Fun and Fancy Free. This is from 19, probably the same year. There's no year on this, so I am guessing. If it got a year on it, I could tell you, but it ain't got no year on it. I am guessing. This has to be a year from the 40s or 50s. But you get you get Mickey and the Giants, or Mickey and the Beanstalk. I don't might get both of them on this thing. And this is a short movie too, an hour and a half also. Let's see if they tell me what's on here. Okay, you get bonus stuff. You get like a free booklet. I don't got the booklet. And you get the making of some of this stuff. Now here's one from the '80s that I used to have, or I do have still. Is Wayne the Pooh and Friend. Now all this stuff is you get four cartoons. You get like two from the '80s and two from the '50s. And what does this tape look like? And it's like this. An old fashioned tape from the '80s. Yeah, this is from 1984. You might see a handful of these things in my collection. Okay, no, oh yeah, I got some more of them things. This is the spirit of Mickey, and you get some I wish I had years. You get they had its first cartoon in here. Steamboat Mickey, but you get all these other things too. What's that thing for? Oh, you get 5 points if I was cutting up the box top. Well, here's the water current too goofy. This is from the 80s, I think. Yep, 1985. And you can see it duct taped and everything. Does this look like the Winnie the Pooh tape? Almost. This is like it was made homemade if you didn't know no different. Because the newer VCR tape looks like a VCR tape. The old one from the 80s, they look like they would, I think they would kind of copy the Betamax um, format of the VCR tapes for the time. I used to have a Betamax. It was some Disney movie on Betamax that I don't have anymore. I had to donate it because I couldn't play it at all. This is the Legend of C.P. Hato. And this is a 1983 collection, but this movie came out in 1943. No, 1949, and you get two cartoons, bonus stuff from the 30s and 50s. And this is a 50-minute movie. Here's what the tape looks like. There's some pictures of what it looks like. Now you won't see these things ever on the channel because if I try to show one little Walt Disney film, my channel would get striked so hard it'd be a memory. And I don't need my channel to be that kind of memory. Now, this is the Adventure of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Now, this is the updated version of this thing. Most like the CP Hato is on the new one, but you don't get the other two cartoons. And this is from 1950. Because that would have said on the bottom. First time I saw a year on this thing. And if you've seen any of these things or have any of the things, leave them in the comments. A lot of the stuff I did see on Walt Disney Present on, I think it was NBC or ABC back in the 80s. Every Sunday night they would show this stuff. Fantasia. Now, this is my favorite movie of all the Disney movies ever made. This and Davy Crockett. This came out in 1940. It was their flop of the 40s. And this came after this was the first flop. Bambi was their second, Dumbo and all that. But it's a good film. And I got this thing on DVD. Now, the two versions of this. This is the uncut version to a point, and this is just the regular. This is the cut version. And the only difference is you get commentary is uncut. So I got two copies. I will be donating this. I will be donating this copy because I don't need two copies of Fantasia. And it's in good shape still. I think this is a see how old this is. It doesn't say, but a 2 hour movie. I think this is from the 90s or the late 80s. Let's talk about this one too then. Now, this got commentaries, it got the making of the movie, it got deleted scenes and stuff like that. Some pictures. I don't know if I showed you any picture on this one. I am doing it now if I didn't show you any pictures. There's two copies. This is Pinocchio on VCR tape. And I'm saying this is from 1940, the movie came out. And my tape, I'm saying that this is one of the nine, it could be an 80, they don't say it. Yeah, this is one of the 80 collection. You can tell because it looked like this. And then I throw the tape away. Okay. I'm not gonna pause the movie. I'm just gonna grab what I threw across the room. They made these things strong. You can throw this thing across any room and it'll still work. So this is my original Pinocchio. Like I said, Pinocchio was an okay film. One of the best, but I got it as a kid. Watching it, when I say I watched it years later, it wasn't as good as it was when I saw years before that. Our next one, The Black Trojan. This is like a horror film of Disney. And this movie came out in 1985 and it failed. This was their 80s flops. They had a lot of flops in the 80s. And look at this cool cover in the back. If you can see it. Turn colors, but because I got a webcam looking through, you might not see it. Now, this came out in the 90s, the VCR tape. Now, you can get this on DVD. I don't know about Blu ray. This is the one Disney movie that we don't have on neither of the channels. So no, I hadn't got no audio books for this or no reading books for this. Now we're gonna go to the DVDs and Blu-rays. But let me put all the VCR tapes back on the table because I ain't got no room. It takes up half of the chair. Okay, now I can move better. Now the stuff we talked about, I won't be talking about twice. So let me move that out the way too. That one, mm, that's strange. Unless I'm sitting on it. Okay, I can't find another movie, but that's okay. Our This movie is The Aristocrat. Now, I played tape this movie 100 times on the channel, all kind of different ways, but mostly form and audio form. Now, I never seen this movie except one time back in 1987, and I thought it was a terrible film back then. But reading about it and hearing about it, in a sense, it sounds like a pretty good film. So I saw this movie. I think I saw this movie at a Walmart movie bin, and now I got my own copy, so now I can watch it uncut for the first time. I think when I seen it, it came on TV, and I get to see how the film really is, and see if I still hate it or do I love it 30, 38 years later. Even though it came out in 1970, so this movie is 55 years old. Here's some pictures, and you get commentaries. I think you get activities. You never get nothing really. Okay, you get one deleted scenes. You get songs. Yeah, it's mostly games. And I don't know if the game will work on the player I got. So is it okay? This is a terrible special edition. If this is what a special edition is. Our next one is Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Now, I never seen this movie at all. I just saw this in the Walmart movie bin for real cheap, and I got it. And this is a Blu-ray DVD collection, like so. So I get to watch it in both versions. This is a special edition. With the special edition, you get the behind the scenes, you get the making of the movie, you get extended and deleted scenes, and much more. And I'm hoping that a commentary, because a lot of the kids, so I say a lot of people in this movie are dead. So the grown-ups are dead. Some of the kids are no longer living, and he just lost Murder She Wrote a couple of years ago. And this came out in 1971. So this is the 70s Disney films. I don't know if it made any money or did it lose any money. Here's Robin Hood from 1973. Now, this was my favorite movie too. But I seen this on TV back in the 80s. I seen it again back in the late 80s. Saw it again in the early 90s. Now I got my own copy and we heard 100 times on the channel. Different kind of way of me reading the book and me playing the story of the book. So now I get to have my own collection, watch it with pictures and everything instead of reading it and listening to it. And this comes with never before seen deleted stuff. You get an alternate ending. You get songs. You get some Mickey Mouse cartoons. Now I know everybody dead in this film. I'm thinking, but it'd be nice if somebody. They don't really do too many commentaries on Disney movies. And it's kind of sad because it'd be nice to hear somebody who was around in 1973 talking about it. Here's The Rescuers from 1977 and The Rescue Down Under for 1990. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo. I think the only let's see, are they both on Blu-ray? Yep, everything's the same except the DVD gives more. Yeah, everything's the same, but you get a little more on the DVD. Now, I never seen the Rescue. I never seen the Rescue Down Under, but I seen the Rescuers. So it'd be my first time watching both movies, and a lot of my Disney seeing was from that regular TV. And they used to show a little bit on the Disney Channel. But I'm so old. I remember when the Disney Channel first came out in 1983, when they used to show Welcome to Pooh Corner, and I used to like that show. And all the other Disney stuff they showed, Dumbo Circus and all that stuff. So I'm an old school Disney Channel person. Here's The Great Mouse Detective from 1986. This is you get this is a special edition. I think this is the first time on DVD, and you get the making and a bunch of songs. Now I've seen this movie twice in the '80s and repeat in the '90s 100 times with my cousin. He used to love this movie a lot when he had the VCR tape, and he would play that tape 100 times over and over and over. And I did play this on my both my channels in book form and audio format. I think last year or the year before. We got Pete Jaggins. Now, when I was little, I thought this was a terrible movie. Cause I seen this on regular TV, and then they showed this thing on the Disney Channel back in '86, and it was it was like the broomstick thing. It was live action and cartoon. This is like a pre Roger Rabbit. The Roger Rabbit didn't come out until 1988, and these two films I just showed you came out in the '70s. This, and in this one, you just get commentary. No, you don't get no commentary. You get deleted scenes, promotional stuff, much more. You probably get a trailer. Now, here's some pictures. Now, if you guys ever seen these movies when they for that theaters, leave it in the comments. Or if you've seen them on regular TV, the way I've seen half of these things, you can leave in the comments also. Here's Lady and the Champ from 1955. Now, I've seen this movie twice. Also, I saw it 3 times. The regular TV way, the Disney Channel way, and it came on regular, I think regular TV or cable TV. So I saw it 3 different ways. And I thought it was a terrible film all 3 ways I saw it. But when I got when I got my YouTube channel, I got to hear this thing in audio format, and it sounded like a great movie. And then had to read the book 100 times. And you see, I got a different way of reading Lady and the Champ. It started to look like a better movie. So I found this in the Walmart bin, and I just said, "Huh, I got it. It's a cheap movie. I get to watch it, see if it's still the same that I thought it was 30 years ago, or is it a real good film?" So we'll find. I'll find out if it's so what I think it is, or if it's better. Now we got about 5 more movies to sit through, and it's going to be interesting because these are we got 2 cartoons, but everything else is going to be live action, and I don't know if you guys seen any of the live action stuff. I know I hadn't. Let's try something. There we go. Let's look at this one. Benji the Hunter, 1987. Now I only seen this movie one time, and I seen this at school back in the 80s when they would let us watch movies. Now this came out in 87. I probably saw it in 88, 89, and it was a VCR copy I saw it on. And I hadn't seen it since, but I do like the Benji movies, and you see in my collection. So this was the only one that Walt Disney made, and the only thing I'm mad about is that this movie is not widescreen. It's that terrible full screen. So you're never going to enjoy the movie the way it was meant to be seen. And it's no special or nothing. We need a protest and get this movie widescreen because this was at the theater. I don't know if it made any money or not. Here we go, Davy Crockett. The first Davy Crockett and the second Davy Crockett. And I think this is on one DVD, right? Yep, because the movies are so short, you can stick it on one DVD. Now, everybody remembers this one. This came out in 1954, 1955. You know, and it had that great songs. You had the Beverly Hillbilly Man, or Barbie Jones. And in a sense, this was Buddy Epson last anything. He retired after this, after doing the David Crockett stuff. So this is his last of anything he ever did. Till they bought him back. And One Little Indian, I ain't never seen this movie at all. But I like cowboys and I like James Gardner. So you got two in one. This came out in 1973. This is widescreen. So they put it at the theaters. And I have no clue about this movie at all. If you ever seen this movie, either on TV or at the theater, leave it in the comments. Sleeping Beauty, 1959. Now this was one of their best movies. And this movie made a lot of money in 59. And this copy, you get never before seen stuff, deleted scenes, the making of the movie, music, games, much more. When I say much more, it must be more crap that they can't fit on here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mercy wrote Lady than this one too. She played one of the fairies. I don't think they give anyone credit in this thing. If I'm right, then she was in the Disney's thing twice. If I'm wrong, since you only did that one movie. And the last one in my collection is the Three Caballeros. And Amigos. I don't know what the other word says. Now, this is kind of Donald Duck and Goofy, in a sense, going to South America to tell us about South America. They made two of these movies, This came out in 1942 and 1943, and this was the only Walt Disney movie that got South America things in it. 'Cause they wanted to show us what the other people were doing. And this came out during the World War II also. Now this bonus stuff got behind the making of the movie, some interviews, some bonus cartoons. That's it. They didn't really give us much. Now I'm okay with this being full screen because this came out in 1942. So full screen, widescreen didn't come out until 1953 at 20th Century when they did The Robe. That was the first widescreen movie. So I'm okay, unless you count The Big Trail from 1930. From 1930, that was the very first widescreen movie, but they needed more after that time. So that was all my Disney movies. Now I know I don't got all the greats like Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella, Snow White. Oh, I did have a Snow White VCR tape, but I donated it because I didn't like the Snow White movie, so I didn't really mind not keeping it. But these are what I have. If you have any, if you have a Disney collection, you can leave in the comments which movie do you got in your collection. And if you've seen any of these things or you got the same movie, you can leave it in the comments also. Now I'm wearing this kind of shirt because I couldn't find my Mickey Mouse shirt. So we got Snagglepuss and Pink Panther instead in our animation from the 60s. And half of this stuff is coming, and this is all over the place. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. Well, another video coming out real soon.